Would I be wrong for refusing to forgive my husband for cheating with his ex-wife at our son's birthday party, leaving our family broken and me unsure about moving forward? Posted by you/majestic_designer 781. My name is Alex, and I am 27 years old. I am married to my husband, Peter, who is 37, and we have been married for 3 years and together for 6. We adopted our son, Jack, who is 7 after our wedding, and I love him like he is my own child. Peter has an ex-wife, Allison, who is his age, and they divorced a year before we met. Lately, a painful event at Jack's birthday party has left me hurt, confused, and questioning whether I can forgive Peter or stay in our marriage. Peter and I met when I was 20 and he was 30, starting as friends before we began dating. He is bisexual, which I have always accepted, and I never had issues with Allison. But Peter's family does not approve of our marriage because we are both men. They often pressure him to reunite with Allison, which makes me uncomfortable at their gatherings. Despite this, we decided to visit their town 2 weeks ago for Jack's 7th birthday, wanting to celebrate with family. We planned a party at Peter's parents' house, with games and a big cake, hoping Jack would have a great day. Peter's mother invited Allison to the party without telling me. She arrived during the celebration, and I was surprised but stayed quiet to keep the day happy for Jack. I spent my time playing with him and his cousins, helping him with party games and laughing at his excitement. When it was time to cut the cake, I noticed Peter and Allison were not there. I went inside to find them, checking the kitchen and living room before heading upstairs. In Peter's old bedroom, I saw them taking off their clothes. I stood there, shocked and hurt, for a moment before walking back to the party. I did not want to upset Jack, so I focused on him, helping cut the cake and opening presents. Peter and Allison returned later, acting like nothing happened. After guests started leaving, Peter pulled me aside and complained that I cut the cake without him, saying it was disrespectful. I looked at him and said, "I thought you were too busy with Allison." He went quiet. I took Jack and left for a hotel. Once Jack was asleep, I locked myself in the bathroom and cried, feeling betrayed. I called my friend Thomas, who listened and tried to comfort me. The next morning, I took Jack to breakfast to hide my sadness from him. Peter kept calling and texting, saying he was sorry. My friend said it was a mistake, that Allison was his ex-wife and he was vulnerable, but I was not sure. I posted on Reddit in r/Ada, asking if I would be wrong for not forgiving him. Commenters said I should show Jack that partners must respect each other by not cheating. I replied, "I want to teach Jack that, but he is young, and I worry he will think badly of relationships if we divorce." Others asked if Peter cheated before. I said, from his messages it happened twice, including this time. I had not thought about health risks, so I will get tested. Some asked why I did not stop them. I explained, I was too shocked and hurt. I stood there, then heard Jack, and focused on him. It might have been a way to cope. Update number 1, September 14th, 2024. Thank you for your advice. To clarify, Peter and Allison did not see me because the party music was loud and they were not facing the door. I was too shocked to act and left when I heard Jack. Peter did not come to the hotel because I switched to a different one and left by taxi. He is staying with his parents, and Allison went home. I got tested for health risks, with results due soon, and will test again in 3 weeks. Jack is at a friend's sleepover, so I asked Peter to talk. He came to our house, asked about Jack, and we sat on the couch. I cried, and he did too. I asked, when? Why? How many times? He said the first time was 2 years ago, when he visited his parent alone. They invited Allison, they drank, and he felt lonely because I was focused on Jack after we adopted him. They slept together. It happened again at Jack's party. He said his mother pressured him, but I think there is more to it. He said he does not love Allison, and I believe him, but it does not fix what he did. I told him I wanted a divorce. He cried and begged for another chance. I said I could not trust him anymore. He begged for 30 minutes until I said we should think about Jack and co-parent as friends. He got angry, yelled that it was Jack's fault, and said we should not have adopted him because Jack took my attention. I was scared and crying. I had never seen him so angry. He hit the table and left. I called Jack's friend's house and told them not to let Peter in, worried he might hurt Jack. I called Thomas, who came over and is staying with me while I feel unsafe. Update number 2, September 25th, 2024. It has been a hard week. Peter has been showing up at my work, following me, and calling from different phones. He has not gone near Jack, which I feared. He said he misses when it was just us, that I stopped focusing on him after Jack, and that he misses when I needed him. When we got married, I was often sick, tired, and weak, and he took care of me. Doctors could not find the cause, and I got better after adopting Jack. He said he missed that time when I relied on him. Yesterday, He followed me to work and yelled that I belonged to him, and we made vows. Security was called, and he waited by my car. I took a taxi home, scared. I took time off work to stay with Jack, who is handling this better than me. I made a therapy appointment for him, and I will see a therapist after the divorce. Update number 3, November 5th, 2024. This is my final update for now. I am almost divorced, have primary custody of Jack, and have a restraining order against Peter and Allison. Peter kept calling and following me. While packing his things, I found a box of photos of me from years before we met, when he was still married to Allison. I contacted Allison, who said they divorced because she found him looking at my Facebook and saw the same photos. She thought he was cheating, but he called it a crush. A year later, he met me, and she thought I was involved with him during their marriage. Some commenters asked if Peter made me sick. I do not know, and I stopped looking into it. I confronted Peter without Jack at home. He smiled and said everything was for us, that he loved me from the start. He said we met as teenagers, when I was 14 and he was in college, spending a summer in his hometown. We were friends for a summer, but I forgot him when he left for school. He found me on Facebook later, and we met again. I was horrified. He said he slept with Allison to get my attention, and that we did not need to divorce. He offered to be a better dad to Jack if I gave him more time, and said I should quit my job, so he could support us. I cried, feeling my marriage was based on lies. He hugged me, saying it was love, but I thought of his actions, following me, blaming Jack. I tried to pull away, and said I wanted the divorce. He held me tighter, yelling that I needed him, and was his husband. I was terrified. I pushed him away, told him to leave, but he kept yelling until a neighbor called the police. I got a restraining order. During the divorce, Peter asked for equal custody to see me, not Jack. He offered child support and the house to delay the divorce. Halloween was happy. Jack was Spider-Man, I was Tony Stark, and we went trick-or-treating. I knew I made the right choice for us. Update number 4, April 20th, 2025. The divorce is almost done, but Peter's behavior has changed, and I am confused. My friend Dean handles Jack's drop-offs, so I do not see Peter. At first, Peter was upset, thinking Dean and I were dating, but now he seems fine. I worried Peter would treat Jack badly, but Jack says Peter is being a great dad, playing, helping, and being kind. I talked to Peter, who said he is in therapy and apologized. He suggested therapy for us, but I said no. He wants to meet at his house to talk for his therapy. I cannot afford therapy for myself, but Jack is going. I miss Peter. He was a good husband before this, but I do not trust him. Jack says he misses us as a family and cries, asking why I cannot forgive Peter. I do not know how to answer. Update number 5, April 29th, 2025. To clarify, my restraining order was temporary, lasting 30 days. Peter was a good husband and dad before this. Jack's words are not coached by Peter. I checked. I met Peter at a park, not his apartment. He looked sad and hugged me, apologizing without excusing his actions. He misses us. He said he cut off Allison and his parents. I asked about his words against Jack. He said he was upset with Jack for taking my attention, as he was used to being my focus. He loves Jack, but said he would give him up to have me back. We talked for hours while Jack was with my friend. I cried a lot. I did not ask some questions like if he caused my illnesses, because I do not want to know. We text about Jack, and I am considering family therapy to help him cope. The divorce is continuing, which Peter dislikes but accepts with sadness, not anger. I met a man at a coffee shop and we're texting, but I am taking it slow. This will probably be my last update.